Hey everyone! New skill changes are coming to us with AION 7.7 update. And as you will see in the video, all classes are getting their skills changed. In today's video, I will show you latest new update in Korea and you will see in details which skills are changing for each class. Before we start, let me just say subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to see more AION and MMORPG gaming videos in the future. I am following all informations from beautiful world of AION, and when I see something interesting is happening or if I see some useful informations, you will see that here on my YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. Okay, let's dive into video. Let's see which changes are coming to us with AION 7.7 regarding skills for each class. I am here on official website of AION in Korea, and in front of you you can see the latest new update from October 14. In that update we have got skill changes for all classes. But first let me show you skill changes regarding X form. So regarding X form we have these skill changes. So transformation Guardian 1 PvP additional attack power and defense power increase by 1300 before the change, and after the change PvP additional attack power and defense power increase by 1400. So we have increase here by 100. Transformation Guardian Shrine 2 PvP additional attack power and defense power increased by 1500. After the change PvP additional attack power and defense power increased by 1600. Again, we have a little bit of increase regarding that transformation. Another X form skill transformation Guardian Spirit 3 PvP additional attack power and defense power increased by 1800. PvP additional attack power and defense power increased by 1900 after the change. Abyssal Reflect additional reflection damage within 5 meters 1200. That was before the change. After the change, attack reflection damage within 20 meters 5000. So we have also increase in damage from which is reflected from 1200 to 5000, and we also have increase of that range from 5 meters to 20 meters. Next we have here Abyssal Wave with 18 self-centered range with 24 self-centered range. Okay, that is increase from 18 to 24. Abyssal Tsunami damage 10,000 fixed, target center range of 18 players. After the change damage is 20,000 fixed, target center range of 24 players. So we have also increase in damage regarding the amount of damage and regarding the number of players. Abyssal Execution damage fixed on 50,000. After the change damage is fixed on 70,000. So as you can see, transformations, actually X form, to be clear, this is X form when we are talking about, so 5-star officers and above are getting increase regarding a different kind of skills regarding X form. But let's talk now about the main topic of today's video, and that are skill changes for each class. And as you will see here in video, all classes are getting their skills changed, and I will check here in this video every class. So let's start with the Gladiator class. Wide area forced fall. Cooldown before the change was 40 seconds. After the change, cooldown time 15 seconds. Wow, that's really a nice change for a Gladiator. Really nice reduction regarding cooldown. Currently, I'm playing as main Gladiator class, so I am also interested regarding the other classes, but I'm happy when I see that. Live Explosion, we have airbending effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. Airbending effect affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. Enhanced Living Explosion and improved Live Explosion. So we have 60 seconds cooldown of airlock effect that are not affected by shield effects for 2.5 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, for 2.5 seconds, the cooldown of airborne effect affected by the shield effect is 40 seconds. That is completely different, some story regarding that thing. Improved living absorption cooldown time for 30 seconds. After the change, cooldown time 20 seconds. I like this. I like these changes. So we are talking about reductions of cooldowns for Gladiator class. White Earthquake, physical damage to the target within 15 meters. Track the target cannot be moved into place. Effective cooldown 40 seconds. After the change, physical damage up to 8 targets within 70 meters. Okay, before it was 15 meters for 1 second. Cooldown time 30 seconds. So we also having here interesting again a reduction of cooldown and range is higher. This is really nice. Enhanced wide strong earthquake. A physical damage target is pulled into place at target within 20 meters and immovable effect cooldown time 40 seconds. Physical damage after the change, physical damage up to 8 targets within 22 meters for 1 second, cooldown time 20 seconds. Again, reduction of cooldown. And we are not talking about little reduction of cooldown. This is huge. From 40 seconds to 20 seconds. That's on half. That's really amazing. Let's check further. Onslaught of Weakness, cooldown time 30 seconds. After the change, cooldown 15 seconds. Again, half cooldown going down. Energy Explosion, physical damage to target 907, cooldown 10 seconds. After the change, physical damage to target 1814, cooldown for 3 seconds. Wow, this is amazing. Double damage going up and cooldown going only to 3 seconds. Wow, this is really nice. So as you can see for Gladiator, this is looking pretty nice, to be honest. We can see here lots of reductions of cooldowns, even by half, and increase in damage or increase in range of attack. So for Gladiator, absolutely good news. Probably we will get also these changes, which you can see today in AION 7.7 update. If we don't get it in the first update, AION 7.7, how to say, in the first part, we might get it a little bit later, because as you can see, these changes were here on October 14, so that means like just few days ago in Korea. However, this is still AION 7.7, so we should get these changes with AION 7.7. So for Gladiator, good news. Let's go to check what will happen with the Templar. First skill we have here, Punishment. Before the change, random physical damage to target. After the change, fixed physical strike to target. Fixed, okay. Improved Punishment, a random physical damage to target before the change. After the change again, fixed physical strike to target. Enhanced Sturdy Shield, cooldown time 33.2 seconds, okay. After the change, cooldown time 1 minute and 30 seconds. Wait a second, this is increase in cooldown. That is cooldown 90 seconds after the change, right? So this is kind of double cooldown than it was before. So this is not good for Templars, for sure. Shield Trash, okay, interesting translation. Stun the target for 3 seconds before the change. After the change, stun the target for 2 seconds. So stun again is less, 1 second less. Enhanced Shield Trash, stun the target for 3 seconds, stun the target for 2 seconds after the change. And Referee, stun the target for 3 seconds, again after the change, stun the target for 2 seconds. So we have here a reduction of stun, of time, which will some player be in stun from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. This is not good for sure. Shield of Protection, a reflective damage to enemies within 20 meters for 30 seconds, 584. After the change, reflective damage to enemies within 5 meters for 20 seconds, 467. This also doesn't look too good, because this was higher range, 30 seconds, and this is now only 20 seconds and only 5 meters. This doesn't look so good for Templar. Enhanced Shield of Protection, reflective damage to enemies within 20 meters for 30 seconds, 847. After the change, reflective damage to enemies within 5 meters for 20 seconds, 678. So yeah, this also doesn't look like good change, because we have less time when this protection will be up from 30 seconds to 20 seconds. Range is lower from 20 meters to 5 meters, and the amount of damage is less. And also we have here reduction of stun time for Templar class. So yeah, to some point this doesn't look too good, right? We also have sturdy shield improved. Cooldown time was before 43.2 seconds. After the change, cooldown is 90 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds. So yeah, this doesn't look so good for Templar, but let's see what will be, right? So if you play Templar more, I have played Templar a lot in the last few years, but in the last 1 year I didn't play Templar class much. However, yeah, let's see what will happen with Templar. For Gladiator, for sure, things are good. For Templar, so. Let's go further. Let's check what is happening with Assassin. Assassin class skill changes. Rotation. Physical damage to a target within 25 meters before the change. After the change, physical damage to a target within 15 meters. Okay, this is reduction in range. Enhancement participation in the circuit, physical damage to target within 25 meters before the change. After the change, physical damage to a target within 20 meters. Again, a reduction in range. Enhanced disruption of the circuit wind, physical damage to a target within 25 meters. After the change, physical damage to a target within 20 meters. Again, reduction of range. So we have a reduction of range from 25 meters to 15, 25 meters to 20, and 25 meters to 20 again for free skills. Quick onslaught, stun the target for 3 to 4 seconds before the change. After the change, stun the target for 2 seconds. Okay, so target is less time in that stun. Improved rapid onslaught, stun the target for 3 to 4 seconds before the change. After the change, stun the target for 2 seconds. Again, a reduction of stun time. So yeah, this, if you play Assassin, probably not good news for you, right? And enhancement, maximize your sixth sense. Increases physical defense by 1000 for 15 seconds and fall resistance by 500. That's before the change. After the change, 15 seconds physical defense 1200 increase. Okay, and falling resistance 12 increasement. Well, I don't know, is this good translation or not? Probably it is, but yeah, this is so, right? Not so bad change. Basically, it's so, yeah. It's not bad, neither good. It's something like that. Enhanced pledge of hit, accuracy increased by 2500 for 20 seconds, magical accuracy increased by 5000, and cooldown time 1 minute 4 seconds. After the change, 20 seconds hit 4000 increased. Okay, this looks good. Spell hit 6000 increased and cooldown 50 seconds. So, okay, this is reduction of cooldown. This looks at least good, right? Because before the change, cooldown was 64 seconds. After the change, 50 seconds. And numbers are looking pretty good. Commitment cooldown time 30 seconds before the change. After the change, cooldown time 28 seconds. Okay, at least 2 seconds less cooldown. So for Assassin, situation is so, not so bad, not so good. Yeah, it's really hard to say, right? If you play Assassin, you will see how that feel in AION 7.7. However, it's not so bad. It looks like for Templar. Templar, I don't know, yeah. It's also not so good as for Gladiator. As you have seen, for Gladiator, it was looking really amazing. For Assassin, so. Let's check Ranger class, what is happening with Ranger in AION 7.7. First skill, Silent Blow. Cooldown time 30 seconds. After the change, cooldown time 40 seconds. Okay, increase in cooldown. That's not good. Enhanced Silent Strike, cooldown time 30 seconds. After the change, cooldown time 40 seconds. Again, increase in cooldown. Fettered Iron Arrow, physical damage to target 865. After the change, physical damage to target 433. So this is reduction in damage. That's not good for sure. Enhanced Shackles Iron Arrow, before the change, physical damage to a target 1038. Decreases the target's physical defense by 10% for 12 seconds. After the change, physical damage to target 519. That's less damage. Decreases the target's physical defense by 10% for 8 seconds. Before it was 10% for 12 seconds. So yeah, this also doesn't look good for Ranger because it's going down damage from 1038 That's half health damage, 5019, and time is reduced from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. Straighten arrow increase bow physical attack by 500, increases bow physical attack by 300. Okay, this is also not good because it will not be 500 anymore physical attack increase. It will be only 300. Enhanced arrow enchantment increased bow physical attack by 950. That's nice. After the change, increase bow physical attack by 500. Again, a reduction, and it's reduced a lot from 950 to 500. That's a huge reduction, right? So also not a good change. Commitment cooldown time 30 seconds, cooldown time 28 seconds. So this is reduction in cooldown from 2 seconds. Okay, this is at least good on the end. But other changes were not good. Increases bow physical attack from 950 to 500. That's not good change. And also from 500 after the change 300. Also not good change. And also we have on the start two skills. Cooldown was 30 seconds and after the change 40 seconds. That's not good for sure. If I was playing Ranger, yeah, I wouldn't be happy about this for sure. So let's go further. We have here Cleric, and regarding the Cleric, as you can see, lots of changes are coming. I have also talked about skill changes regarding Cleric class before in the past, when in Korea they have get AION 7.7 at first, we can say update, because they have a different kind of dynamics how they get updates in Korea. However, this is still AION 7.7, and as you can see, lots of skill changes coming also for Cleric. Let's check Cleric skill changes. Wall power, don't worry about this translation. If you play Cleric, you know which skill I'm talking about. This is a rough translation from Korean language to English language. However, these skill changes are real, and this is officially how it will be in AION 7.7. So let's check it. Wall power, magical damage to a target 4768 before the change. After the change, magical damage to a target 3814. So this is a reduction of damage. This is not good. Improvement wall power, magical damage to the target 6435. After the change, magical damage to target 5148. Again, a reduction in damage. Discharge repetition reduces wall power cooldown time by 9 seconds when used. After the change, wall power cooldown time reduced by 3 seconds when used. Improved discharge repetition reduces wall power cooldown time by 14 seconds when used. After the change, wall power cooldown time reduced by 6 seconds when used. So yeah, this doesn't look so good so far. Chain of Pain. Magical damage to the target 1532. Magical damage 1532. Okay. Every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. Okay, that's clear. After the change, target to hit the magic 1225, 30 seconds. Magical hit at 2 seconds intervals, 1225. So it's a less damage in these intervals every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. It still remains for 30 seconds every 2 seconds. However, damage is now 1225, not anymore 1532. So it's a reduction in damage. Also, target will get a hit of 1225, that first hit. Here on before the change was 1532. So yeah, reduction of damage again. Improved Chain of Pain, magical damage to a target 2067, magical damage 2067 every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, target will get 1654 damage, and then every 2 seconds, 30 seconds, 1654. Again, reduction on damage. At least interval is the same, every 2 seconds for 30 seconds. That remains the same. However, it's reduction in damage. Hand of Salvation activates after successful shield defense and magic resistance, increases physical magical defense by 800 for 10 seconds. After the change, activates after successful shield defense and magical resistance, absorbs 500 life when hit for 10 seconds, increases received health recovery by 10%, increases physical magical defense by 800. So value is the time is the same, 10 seconds, as you can see. Absorbs 500. It was before 800. Okay, so 800 defense remains the same. This is so. Enhanced Salvation Touch activates the successful shield defense and magical resistance, increases physical magic defense by 950 for 12 seconds. After the change, activates after successful shield defense and magical resistance, absorbs 500 life when hit for 15 seconds, increases received health recovery effect by 10%, increases physical magic defense by 950. So also so. Stigma of Weakness reduces physical magical defense by 500 for 15 seconds. Cooldown time 1 minute 30 seconds. After the change, reduces physical magical defense by 800 for 15 seconds. Cooldown time 1 minute. So okay, this is a reduction of cooldown from 90 seconds to only 60 seconds. This is good. Time remains the same, 15 seconds, and we have reduces physical magical defense damage by 500, and after the change is by 800. Improved the Stigma of Weakness reduces physical magical damage by 600 for 15 seconds, cooldown time 56.7 seconds. After the change, reduces physical magical damage by 1000 for 20 seconds, cooldown time 40 seconds. Again, reduction of cooldown, pretty nice, and values are going up from 15 seconds to 20 seconds and from 600 to 1000. So this is not bad, this is good. So as you can see, actually this is looking pretty interesting. Regarding the Cleric, lots of skill changes, as you can see. If you play Cleric, check this again. I will put a link in the description below video. Doesn't matter which class you play, you can check for your class in the description below video. Click on that link, you will get to this page, to this part of the website where you can check these skill changes. Let's go further with Chanter. Weather increases shock resistance by 650 for 7 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, increases impact resistance by 1500 for 7 seconds. This looks good. Yeah, this is increase in resistance. Enhanced Weather increases shock resistance by 780 for 7 seconds. After the change, increases shock resistance by 2000 for 7 seconds. So time remains the same, 7 seconds. However, we have increase in that shock resistance, which is nice. For Chanter, very good. Healing Purification Spell, cooldown time 10 seconds. After the change, cooldown time 14 seconds. So 4 seconds more cooldown. This is not good for sure. Enhanced Healing Purification Spell, cooldown time 10 seconds. After the change, cooldown time 14 seconds. Again, increasement in cooldown. Breakthrough Spell, cooldown time 3 minutes. After the change, cooldown time 2 minutes. Okay, this is good regarding the cooldown. Reduction of cooldown from 3 minutes to 2 minutes. That's a huge reduction, really huge. Space-Time Escape, cooldown time 3 minutes. After the change, cooldown time 2 minutes. Again, really nice change for Chanter. So for Chanter, not many skill changes, as you can see, because you see here for Cleric, right, a lot of skill changes. And for Gladiator and Assassin, Templar, yes. But let's scroll down for Chanter, not many skill changes. And yeah, they are not so bad actually. This is looking pretty decent, pretty okay. Chanter will not get too much skill changes in AION 7.7. Let's go further and check Spirit Master. As you can see, for Spirit Master, looks like lots of things written here, but actually, yeah, not so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 skills in general. Let's check them out. Steel Shield, maximum protection 4514. PP defense increased by 700. After the change, maximum protection 8000 increases. PP defense by 800. So maximum protection increasement by double. This is nice. And PP defense increased by 700. That's before the change. After the change, it's 800. Okay, this is good news. Then we have some spirits here. What is this? Soul Scream, Curse, Fire Spirit, Water Spirit, Horror Scream, Horror effect on target, movement speed reduction effect. That's before the change. After the change, horror effect on target increases movement speed reduction effect. Okay, also good for Spirit Master. Elemental burst, ground, wind, fire, water, typhoon, lava. Reuse time for 1 to 2 seconds, not affected by the shield effect 2 minutes. After a change, reuse time by knockback effect affected by shield effect for 2 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, then we have enhancement order, elemental rupture, ground, wind, fire, water, typhoon, lava. Again, reuse time for 2 to 3 seconds, not affected by shield effect, 1 minute 36 seconds. 60 after a change, 60 seconds cooldown now. The knockback effect affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. Order elemental wave, lava wind, again the same. Reuse of airborne effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 1 to 2 seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds. After a change, 60 seconds cooldown of the airborne effect affected by shield effect for 4 seconds. This is different, yeah. And on the end, again, order enhanced order elemental wave, again the same, land, wind, fire, water, typhoon, lava. Before the change, 1 minute 12 seconds of air bending effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 to 3 seconds. And after the change, 40 seconds cooldown of the airborne effect affected by the shield effect for 4 seconds. So for Spirit Master, it looks like lots of changes, but actually not. And this first thing, maximum protection is going from 4,514 to maximum protection 8,000. That's pretty nice. So not so bad regarding Spirit Master. And let's go further. These are changes regarding Sorcerer class. Not many things, right? You see here, Steel Shield, maximum protection 4,514. Before the change, PP defense increased by 700. And after the change, maximum protection 8,000 increases, PP defense by 800. So that's similar like we had for Spirit Master before. We can say is the same. Good news for Sorcerer. The Blessing of Iron Armor, shield effect that prevents physical damage for 6 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, shield effect that blocks all damage for 6 seconds. Okay, that's interesting. Shield effect that prevents physical damage for 6 seconds. That was before the change. After the change, it blocks all damage. This is really nice. Time is the same, 6 seconds. Improved Barrier of Sanctuary, petrifying effect is applied to targets attacking within 5 meters while applying a shield for 6 seconds. 6 seconds. After a change, increases the cast time by 100% for 6 seconds. Petrifying effect is applied to targets that attack within 10 meters while shield is applied. This looks pretty good news for Sorcerer class. Pretty good news, right? Because, yeah, not many changes, only 3 skills. And these changes are not looking so bad. Also, this first change, maximum protection, same for Spirit Master, right, is going double. From 400, not double, a little bit less than double, it will be 9,000. But it's 4,514 before the change. After the change, it's 8,000. That's pretty nice. Next changes are coming to the Bard. I must say that Bard is looking currently really good. At one point in time, Bard as a class was not looking so good. That was around, let's say, 6.5, 7.0. And then something happened, something really good for Bard, about 7.3 update, something like that, 7.3, 7.2. I think it was 7.3, about 7.3. And now in 7.5, Bard is looking strong and really good, really good. Let's check what will happen with Bard in AION 7.7. First skill, Shield Melody, maximum protection 4,818 and PP defense increased by 700. That's before the change. After the change, maximum protection 8,000 increases, PP defense by 800. Good changes for Bard, absolutely. Similar with Spirit Master and Sorcerer. Typhoon Variation, Airbending effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. After a change, Airbending effect affected by the shield after effect for 2 seconds. Ironclad Melody, 1200 increase in resistance value over shock condition for 7 seconds. After a change, 2000 increase in resistance value over impact condition for 10 seconds. This is good, really nice for Bard. Enhanced Typhoon Variation, Airbending effect that is not affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. After a change, airbending effect affected by the shield effect for 2 seconds. Okay. And improved enhanced typhoon variation airbending effect that is not air binding effect that's not affected by the shield effect for 2.5 seconds. Air binding effect affected by the shield effect for 2.5 seconds. So for Bard, not many skill changes, but these changes are looking good. Nothing too amazing, but again, it's looking good. So if you play Bard, you can look forward for AION 7.7. Then we have Painter. I know there is many players who are currently playing Painter or Vandal class, how they call it on North America servers, because it's a new class. So usually it happens like that when we have a new patch note and new class is coming with that patch note. Lots of players reroll. So currently, let's check what is happening with Painters in AION 7.7 in Korea. So only 2 skills are getting changed. This is interesting. Improved colors of resistance, recovers life when anti-death is activated 35,000, increases physical damage by 338. That's before the change. After the change, restored life to prevent death triggered when 45,000 damage. Okay. Physical health, physical defense is 600 increase. This is looking good. This doesn't look bad. Enhanced Transcendence Color, physical defense increased by 338. After a change, physical defense increased by 450. Only 2 changes, so not many changes for Painter, as you can see. And these changes, yeah, they will not change something specially for Painter class, for Vandals. They will not become neither weaker, neither stronger because of these 2 changes. But these changes are looking good. Yeah, nothing bad, absolutely, for Painters. Then we have Gunner. Gunner, only 3 skills changed. Let's check the Gunner. There are still many people who are playing Gunner class. A wide range of healish shells. Cooldown time 40 seconds. That's before the change. After the change, cooldown time 15 seconds. Wow, that's a really huge reduction in cooldown. That's nice for Gunners. The Heart of the Hit. 1200 increase in impact resistance. That's before the change. After the change, 2000 increase in impact resistance. That's nice. Also, increasement in impact resistance. Escape Instinct teleports forward 7 meters. After the change, teleports forward 10 meters. So, not many changes regarding Gunner, but these changes are looking pretty good. This reduction of cooldown from 40 seconds to 15 seconds, that's beautiful. Seriously, that's really nice. And on the end, we have Tech here. Let's check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills regarding Tech are changing. Let's check them out. Protective Curtain, Shock Off, whatever is this translated, used after using reusable hours 3 minutes. Okay, this is strange translation. Remove consecutive period, change to normal skill cooldown 2 minutes. Okay, before that it was 3 minutes, so I guess this is good. Protective Emergency Whale, shock release after use it as a continuator, increases shock resistance by 500, cooldown time 3 minutes. This is strange translation, yeah, so guys, it is like it is. This is Google Translator, right? Removed continuous period, change to normal skill removed, cooldown time 2 minutes, before it was 3 minutes, yeah. Impact resistance 500. That's the same. Resistance 500. Okay. Enhanced Protective Emergency Whale. Shock resistance after use as a continuous movement related state resistance increases by 300. Cooldown time 2 minutes 24 seconds. Okay, after the change, remove continuous period, change to a normal skill, increase movement related abnormality resistance by 1000, reuse time 1 minute 30 seconds. Before that it was 2 minutes 24 seconds, so this is good. Delete, increase impact resistance by 1000. So this looks like reductions in cooldown, at least from this translation. This is good. Protective Resistance Curtain, shock release after use a continuator, cooldown time 1 minute 30 seconds. After the change, remove consecutive period, change to normal skill, cooldown 2 minutes. Okay, this is now increasement in cooldown. Enhanced Protective Resistance Shield, shock release after use a continuator, cooldown time 30 seconds. And after a change, remove consecutive period, change to normal skill cooldown time 1 minute 30 seconds. So this is now increasement in cooldown. So for Aethertech, some skills, as you can see, are getting reduction in cooldown, some are getting increasement in cooldown. But yeah, it's not looking bad, it's not looking too good, it's looking kind of, some kind of corrections we can say regarding the skills of the Aethertech. And Aethertech was the last class for this update, for this new update, these new skill changes for AION 7.7. So as you can see, many things are changing for all the classes, but as you can see, Gladiator is receiving lots of changes, lots of good changes. Templar, nothing too good for Templar. Assassin, yeah, it's kind of, hard to say. Anyway, depending on which class you play, as you can see, many things are changing. For a painter, for Vandal class, as you can see, let's scroll down a little bit. Not many things are changing here for painter. Also, gunner will not get affected too much with these changes. Other classes are getting more changes. As you can see, also for Spirit Master, changes are coming, lots of changes, and for Cleric. These classes are getting lots of skill changes. Bard also looking pretty decent. Yeah, many things are happening as you can see. Like I said before, I will put a link in the description below video so you can check for yourself. Depending on which class you play, you can check this website for yourself in details to see which skills are changing on which way. In today's video, I wanted to show you in generally what will happen with skill changes for all classes in AION 7.7 update. I am following all informations from beautiful world of AION and MMORPG gaming in general. And when I see something interesting is happening, or if I see some useful informations, you will see that here on my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more MMORPG gaming videos in the future. See you soon.